comes back and she's like, "So, how do you like the mud?"
You know, I gotta say, yeah, it comes off a little dead, and then it
Spruces you
just
up,
kind
right?
of liven up. Yeah, exactly. How do they make this exactly? Do you know?
Oh, I don't want to give away the secret sauce.
Oh, it's a
Well,
secret
come
now. Oh, what other secrets do you know?
Well, welcome back.
Welcome.
Welcome to the House of Freaks.
Speak for yourself.
Okay. I should probably... Am I on Roll20? I guess I am. Somewhere I am. All right.
Wow.
Okay. So, when last we left our party, you guys have fought some ugly mosquito things. You fought a swarm of insects. And you guys were on your way to Planktown to deliver some rose whistle to the Temple of Bosner. And you were doing that for Lady Eleanor, and you're also supposed to be... well, that's fun. You were also supposed to be checking out for the Stone of Alather, right? And Lady Eleanor was going to pay you guys some buku ducats for that, like 800 gold, if I remember right.
Yep.
And
yeah, they're giving me a keep.
Maybe giving you a keep.
That's happening. I'm getting the keep.
We'll see how well behaved you are. You already burnt down Pell, so.
Hey, nobody knows about that.
Right. Scratch that. Nobody knows.
That didn't happen. Never.
Oh yeah, and you came across some fishy-looking dudes being attacked by an alligator guy with some lobster claws, which you took him down to Beattown, and
now we have a new Floopdoogle.
And Hidak is now a Floopdoogle. Yeah. So, if I remember right, Hidak was carrying the rose whistle. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure that Hidak still has that rose whistle for my notes.
It's my bag.
Just keep notes on things, want to be accurate as possible, Just trying to straighten things away.
So are we in Planktown?
You were just arriving to Planktown, if I remember right. So let me...
I immediately go to sleep.
Well, you're not just going to... It's the middle of the day.
I'm tired.
You can't be that tired.
Yeah, we need to find a place to camp out.
I mean, I guess we can introduce ourselves.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, let's go get some, find a tavern.
Okay, well, let me just describe the scenery for you. How's that sound? How's that sound?
It's a very ramshackle town with a lot of old wood.
Yes! There's so much wood.
Does it look moist?
There's moistness around. Sure.
This town doesn't burn very easily.
Wow. All right. So you're crossing this boardwalk, and the wet marsh starts turning into a little bit more solid ground. And let me move to a different map. If I can. If it
Okay.
please you, I can't do it. It's give me problems. There we go.
Hmm.
Oh, that's nice.
Is this Planktown?
That's Planktown.
We came in through the southern road there.
No, and not at all. You came in through up at the top.
What?
Yeah, it's a little awkward. It's a little awkward.
Turn that map
I'm not
upside
doing
down.
it. I'm not doing it. It's hard enough as it is dealing with unicorns. Oh God. Sorry, my shoulder is killing me. So,
Do you mean uniquads, not unicorns?
indeed. So you're coming around this pass, and there's trees that are flanking you on both sides, and yeah, you see a sign that says, what do you think it says? It says, "Welcome to Planktown." Sign in.
Wait,
It says,
what?
"Sign in at the town hall. Prepare all belongings for inspection."
Oh, really?
Yes,
This town has like a sign in.
indeed. You are here, as it were. So, oh my God, that scared me. So, oh my God, that scared me. How do you proceed?
Chevy.
With a
I
plum.
believe that Fizz was in the lead last. Is that still?
Yeah, he
still the
was.
case?
I mean, other than our Floopdoogle, sure.
What happened to Fizz's camera now? It's not on that thing anymore.
I don't know. His camera's not on in Skype.
Switching out.
Anyway, so Fizz is in the lead.
Yep. And then the Floopdoogle probably.
Are
Okay.
we? Did we come in?
You're coming in from
Where do we
the
come?
number 1 direction.
Okay.
Moving towards number 2 direction. Where did my pen go? It's in my head. All right.
I guess we could check that
All
first
right.
building right
Just
there.
give me some alignment here. Come on, guys. Work with me. Work with me. You got Fizzy. What are you guys walking in single file? Come on. Come on.
Oh, we're being escorted by Murloc.
Wait, what?
We're being escorted by Murlocs.
Right.
I'll follow Fizz.
All right. Blanche is behind Fizzy.
Wait, wasn't there some like hesitation of bringing the Murlocs to this town?
Did you say there was hesitation?
Yeah, wasn't there?
I don't
Like,
know.
I thought we were gonna like dismiss the Murloc before going into the town.
I don't seem to remember anything about that, but that's on you guys.
Well, let's just say the merfolk or murlocs are, they kind of let us, I mean, because it looks like we're a little bit more landlocked here going in besides the little port there. So they're probably not even, and they probably stopped following us. I think they escorted us as far as they could.
I mean,
Yeah. So
well, I don't know. I think that's up to Sean if they stop following us or not.
Well, are you going to tell them to bounce?
That's up to the Floopdoogle.
What?
Luke Dougal.
Yes. In a saddened voice, I inform the Murlocs that to stay here, or there's a
Yay.
How does that sound exactly?
until we get back.
Form the
What
words
was-
for me, Hidak.
It's so embarrassing.
Floop them out.
Ululu?
Mhm.
You
You don't even speak the language. You don't even speak the language. Just tell Uduquad.
No, because you might blow up a brain.
Oh my god.
Bloop, bloop. Bloop, bloop.
Blue bloop. Blue 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 blue. Blue blue blue.
Yeah.
They're
And,
probably like
and,
this
and what you
Uduquad
get back in
psycho.
return is You know sense. And everyone else hears bloop, bloop,
You basically just did like the racist Chinese language at them.
Uh-huh.
Your accent is off, but I
Like-
understand.
Como se dice? Stop.
Okay, so they're just kind of hanging out anyway. But really, it's mainly just the one. But you see that there's others that they pop their heads up every once in a while and look, and the other one kind of gives them like kind of eye gestures and things.
Okay, so then Udaquad, before we venture off into the landish area, I'm just going to telepathically tell them, awake in mind, we'll return this way.
You just like blowing up their
Oh,
brains.
you're telling those things.
I'm just going to say we'll be back. We'll return.
Okay.
Simple as that. Not to explode
Got
the
it. Well, the
brain.
one doesn't leave so much. He just kind of hangs out near Hirak,
Cool. Okay.
just like his little spear, like.
Aw.
What are you gonna do when we leave the swampland, man? You gotta stay here now.
I'm
You're
trying
like
not
their
to
floop
think
dougal.
about that.
You're the floop dougal. You gotta stay here with them. You're
Um,
done.
Yeah, you're on your subpath line.
Yeah.
You're Lord of the Murlocs.
So,
Meh.
what do you do?
I guess we go to building 4. What is that?
I agree.
Kind of looks like a
Okay.
plantation.
So,
Wow.
Whoa.
so you get to here. And in front of you, you see this wall is sort of, you can tell it's this 10-foot wall. It's cobblestone wall, sort of surrounding this whole area here, right? And so right about here, there's right here is a little gate, and there's a little gate here. Anyway, a guard comes up to you. You notice that he was sitting at a desk. He comes up to you and he says, "Come here, come. You're checking in."
You gotta check in to go into this village?
Everyone signs in here, and I have to inspect your belongings. Bring them over to the
For
desk.
what?
Come on.
What are you inspecting them for?
Dangerous items, of course. Of course. Come on. I don't have time.
We just came through this swamp. What do you think we got?
Well, I don't understand why you're being difficult. This is very clear. I'm a guard. I'm guarding. Let me do my job. So
Okay.
he
Hirak,
brings
you go first.
He brings you over to a desk, and he says, "All right, give me your stuff. Lay it all out." And do you give him your stuff?
I'll let the others do it first.
I don't want to. Udaquad doesn't want to let his stuff be inspected. He's a hermit. So,
Well, you can't go
I
any
have an
further
idea.
unless you let me work through this stuff here.
okay. So, well, at that point, I'm going to walk over to Hedok and tell Hedok, can you explain the reasoning why we're actually coming to visit and we actually have some importance to save the children of this town? Because I don't want my things to get looked through at all.
Okay. I understand it, Duquad. I walked
Holy
to the,
cow.
I guess, what?
Oh my god.
Now Sean's being attacked by stink bugs.
My phone is now just blowing up. Okay. Anyway, I'm sorry. It's not going to stop. So, what's happening?
So I walked to the, I guess the sheriff or the guard, give him the whole spiel. Like, listen, we come here, with a potential antidote to cure these children. We mean no
Aha!
harm.
Can I see all of the belongings, please? And I need everyone to give me a perception check.
Oh, I should put my character open.
Perception.
Is there like a, can I talk to your manager?
That's what I think. Odoclad is about to lose his senses here and intimidate this
Oh, boy.
dude with his little rocky stature.
Listen here.
Oh, listen, we just trudged through the swamp, killed an alligator, made a fluke.
Are you saying that?
I am telling that to the guard while we're making our perception checks.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about, Floopdoogle. You're talking ridiculous, and you look ridiculous.
Listen to me. I'm the Floop Dougal.
And I'm going to
Do
be
you know who
honest
I
right
am?
now. You kind of smell ridiculous. Did everyone give me a no? I'm missing Fizz perception check.
Yep.
I'm gonna
Running really slow.
I'm gonna slip off all this commotion's going on, Sean.
All right, you hang on. You're slipping for a second.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Fizz, press the
Slippery.
button.
Ah, why is it so laggy?
I like how it's laggy. You're laggy.
Get better internet.
Ooh,
Dang, he just
wow.
blew up that get better internet. We
Dang.
got 20.
Uh-huh.
Hey.
Dang, son, he said take it down with the dirty dirt. Anyway, anyone who got
I'm Dirty Dan.
over a 12 perception
Yeah.
notices that the fish guy is gone.
Okay.
Anyone with a 15 or higher notices that there is a lady sitting in the window in this house. The town hall, as it were. There's a sign that says town hall.
Do we go by the higher number?
Which one?
Yeah. You go by the number on the left. Ingrid.
Right,
What?
I got a 4,
because
man.
we don't have an
Right.
advantage. People over 12? What did
People
they?
over 12 notice that the fish man is gone. And people over 15 notice
Oh.
that there's a lady sitting in the window in this town hall.
Just move the.
There's a lady. in the
Blank.
But
window.
just
Yes,
as this
notice
is
that.
becoming sort of a ruckus, another guard comes out from that town hall, and with him is a cougar.
Like
yeah.
on a leash or
no,
just
no,
like
totally on a leash.
walking?
Oh, I was gonna say, how old is this
Um,
cougar?
Figuratively.
And you notice that as he
I think I'm offended a little about the word cougar.
Okay, so we got 2 guards and a cougar. The cougar is in cat, feline cougar. Let's see. And so he's still being persistent on having us
the
check
one
her
guard is
luggage.
like, Dart, they're not giving up their belongings for us to look through, and they still want entrance into this place. What do you say? Absolutely not. And he's got his cougar. Okay. What's the problem here? And well, hold on a second.
Well, I think. Oh.
Bobbins is trying something, so I have to contest him real quick.
Probably pretty easily,
Well, let's
considering.
see.
Why do they have a cougar in a swamp?
Whoa! Wait a minute.
Yeah, it is supposed to be like a mountain cat,
Yep.
right?
I mean, it could have been a crocodile.
Yeah, it'd be much cooler if it was a crocodile.
Mm-hmm. Like, how do you even control that thing? It just kind of larks around.
I'm surprised he's got on a leash. Usually they don't. Cats don't like being on leashes very
Yeah.
much.
Okay.
Right.
Or ocelot. Like
So
Arthur
the
Babbage.
guy referenced as Dart looks at you, Bob, and says, "Where are you off to?"
I mean, you did say no entrance if we have to show our stuff. Shit.
Well, as you'll be leaving then, and he begins to start to escort you out.
The whole
Yep.
group. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and try to do an intimidation because I feel like we need to talk to somebody in charge. We are tasked with an important situation. So as he's kind of approaching, Udaquat's gonna throw his hands up. He's gonna be like, "Now wait, we said that we were here on a very important quest, and I just want to tell you, it sounds like you got some sick children here, and we can help that. And we have some Hedok, what the hell was that infernal's name? Did you have some kind of trumpet pedals?
Oh my god, I forgot of it. What's the name of it? Rose?
Oh, good lord, rose water,
Rose
whistle. Whistle?
Rose
Is
whistle?
that?
Mm.
Yeah. So we got
Yeah,
this
let me
rose
see the
whistle,
rose
Mr.
whistle.
Dart. Hedok, can you produce this?
My patience
What's the other guy's name?
is being tested.
Okay.
here.
I do believe Naliana is the one
Look,
coming with it.
No,
Dart
I think
and
Hedok
board.
decided he was going to hold it for her because she's frail.
He is, but she's the one that's like bringing it, right? Like she's the one who's
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, so who has the rose whistle?
Hedok's got it
Doc.
physically.
Okay.
Are you
okay,
guys
okay.
making stuff up? You
And
don't
so-
even know what you're talking about. You didn't know what it was called. You didn't know who has it. I mean, what's the big deal here? What's going on?
Look,
I'm
it's
just letting you do
been-
the talking, okay?
It's been a long trip, okay? There's been a
You're
lot
the
of
one known as
Murlocs.
Sloop Dougal?
He is the Floop Google.
Yeah.
We're very weary travelers. We just need a place to rest our heads.
Listen, here it is. We're in this box.
and
Here's-
Wow. He shows the
And-
box.
Radiant light.
It whistles when you open it.
All right. And he kind of eyeballs everyone over. He's looking at various weaponry.
Can I ask you a question,
Yeah.
sir, real quick? We just came through this fucking swamp. Of course we've got like dangerous implements, right? Because you get attacked by stuff coming to your
Whoa!
town.
Settle down.
Yeah.
Settle down,
never-
soldier boy. Nobody's questioning you and your implements. We just want to check them.
okay.
For what?
Well,
Is anything gonna be ceased from
hold
us?
on a minute here. You are strangers here, and so I think you should just follow the law. And the law states all items must be inspected. It's per the law on the
Or
sign.
what?
Did you read the
What are you
sign before you came in?
Yeah, what are you inspecting for?
If you must know, I'm inspecting for magic items.
Mm.
Do we look like
Mm.
we are wealthy enough to have magic items?
And I don't think you would know what a magic item is in the first place. You look kind of dim there.
Oh.
Oh my.
I mean, with the name of Dart, good.
The other guard starts to pull out his sword.
Hold it there, buddy.
I'll.
Whoa,
you know,
whoa!
I'll-
Did
I'll
I
be-
offend your partner?
Obviously, there's a problem here. I will take this rose whistle and inspect it. Stay here. And he starts to walk away with this.
We have no. Did we
Yeah.
give it to him yet? I'm gonna. Well, Who gave it to him? Hidak? You gave him
Hidak gave it to him.
What?
He's walking
Oh,
walking
sure,
away with it now.
can
Hidak showed it to him. Hidak showed it to him. He didn't give it to him. He opened the case. It's
Okay,
not giving.
He
He's
did
still
not
holding.
say.
Hidak's just like,
You can wrestle
Yeah,
Hidak for it if you want, though. Come on, let's do a wrestling match.
so,
No, I showed
okay,
it to
so
them.
if you must take this for inspection, then we're gonna ask that one of our party
Just
members
as it
go
starts
with you.
getting a little crazy, the lady from inside the hall, the town hall, comes
The
walking out.
second cougar.
She's like, "Oh, settle down, Dart. Settle down.
Ooh, your mama's calling.
These are
Dart.
important guests here. Can't you see?"
Yeah, Dart, you better settle down.
Oh God. Okay, enough of that from you as well. Now I see here you got that rose whistle. Is that right?
Yep.
That is
Okay. Now, Dart, you stand down, okay? These are honored guests.
Oh, nerd. Udaquad looks Dart up and down.
Like in like a main, like I mean, in what way?
Like in a sassy, yeah, backup.
In a backup way?
In a kind of like a little queenish backup, sassy.
You better
Yeah.
turn your butt around.
Like I
Back
said,
off.
Mama June's coming down
to
to the
Dart you were
tower.
doing that. I thought you were doing it to the lady.
Yeah, to Dart. No, not to the woman. The
I'm like,
woman's
wait,
cool.
what? All right.
Yeah, she's like on our side.
No, yeah, Udaquad's not out
All
to
right.
kill anybody
All right.
today.
Now I'm sorry. I'm sorry here.
Except
Now
for
my
Mr.
name's
Dart.
Rita Gary. And it's my
Okay.
pleasure to meet you all. Who are you all? What's your name, young? She
We're
looks to you,
the,
Blanche. She said, "What's your name, young lady?"
My name is Blanche Featherstorm,
Very strong name
and
there.
and we are just looking for a place to rest our weary selves.
Well, I'd imagine. Did you run across any bugs while you were on that boardwalk?
We maybe. Why are there a lot of bugs out
Dear,
here?
we are in a swamp. Of course there are. Nasty little critters. Now, how about you, Mr. Tiny? What's your name? She's looking at you, Udaquad.
Well,
Dart, in the meantime, is
I
just
am
sort of like
right.
getting like super pissed off. She's like, "What the fuck?" Like he's like super like just like you can tell he's annoyed, and he's got like white knuckle on his leash with the cougar, and he's just like,
yeah. Well, Rita, my name is Udaquad Iskew. I'm a hermit, as you can tell, not a swamp thing.
"Oh, I never."
And yeah, I'm one of your esteemed guests today. But we do have this rose whistle here.
Well, I do know that Master Lee Soto was looking for that, and I was on the lookout for some sort of group coming. Now, who are you? She looks at you, Neliani. You are so beautiful.
Oh.
Oh, thank you.
It's an unlikely group.
I am Nellie Ani, and I'm here to administer this rose whistle to your children.
Oh, so you heard about that gravedigger, huh? Yep. It's pretty bad around here.
Yes.
These kids, they just dig in their own graves. It's very odd. None of the adults, mind you, just the kids. And who are you, mister? She like gives you Hidak a little punch in the arm.
Oh, my lady, my name is Hidak, but you can call me Floopdoogle.
Floopdoogle, now that's fun. Oh, you got a lot of elves in your group, huh? She looks at Fizz. Now, are you and Blanche there, brother and sister?
No, but my name is Fizz Hicks.
Well, Fizz Hicks, that name is so snappy. I love it. It just rolls off the tongue. Fizz Hicks. Ooh, I can make a drink out of that name. Now, how about you, mister? She looks at you, Bobbins. Is Bobbins there? I see a cat. I
I'm
always see
just I'm just well, the assistant to these people, helping them out.
Well, you're doing a great job so far. Now, Dart, why don't you take up with the cleaning in the town hall, please?
Yes, Dart. Go on.
And then she says, "Let me introduce you. Thornton, get out here. Thornton, come at once." And she says, and this other dude comes out, and he's looking pretty highly. He's got sort of an air about him, and she's like, "This is Constable Thornton Hera. Now he keeps things safe here, and I do apologize about Dart. He gets a little carried away with that cougar and all, but Thornton will he'll escort you, won't you, Thornton?" And he just sort of has this kind of roll of the eyes type of look. You'll note that Thornton is a half orc, solid build. He's like, "All right, I'll do so, ma'am."
Edok, don't kill this one.
He doesn't know I killed one.
Udaquad's just like in his mind dissecting
I was
his
just thinking
head.
you were gonna say something about his head. Like you must be thinking about his head.
Oh my,
Like that one.
he's just kind of shaping
that
it.
one head.
What's that one tool like to measure the head? You always see like
Like calipers.
caliper. Yeah, you have a caliper.
All right, so so Fortin's like, "All right, well, I guess we better get off then. All right, everyone, command your posts. Let's go, guys. Let me just take a quick look at that rose whistle. Just haven't ever seen rose whistle. Do you mind? I don't have to touch it. Just let me look."
It can't hurt.
Everybody is there.
Show him the rose.
I give a look around to the party to get a feel.
I shrug. It's like no big deal. Just let them see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awakened mind.
Alright.
Show him.
I open the box.
He like sticks his
Show.
hand inside and he just kind of
Pretty woman him. Snap it.
He just gives it a little sniff. All right, this is all right.
Ooh. Whoa. Back up. Don't get so close to the rose
Buzz.
whistle there.
Don't contaminate the medicine. Jeez.
Don't be breathing all
Quite
over
sorry. Quite sorry.
We're a catty group today.
All right, so
I mean, I'm already out of beer, so.
you're already out of beer.
Yeah, I got 2 more downstairs.
But do you want to go get them?
Sure, go. Keep going. I'll do it when we get a break.
So he takes you along this lower path. If you're following along from 5 down through 6, and as he's walking along, he's just kind of pointing out the town. He says, "Yep, these are our docks over here, and this is what we call here the Gentile District."
Do you get your food from fishing?
Yeah. He kind of looks at you like, yeah.
Just asking.
Okay, well, yeah. A lot of the money here is from the goldfin fish.
Wait. There's money here.
Yes.
What are the goldfin fish?
The goldfin fish is a fish in these marshlands, and they're worth quite the gold piece. They're rare. A lot of people here make their money off of that.
What do they sell them for? Like, are they food, or are they like fish people keep in like, I don't know, ponds or something?
What was that?
Like, what do they sell them for? Like, are they food?
Yeah, they're food. It's delicacies.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe like rich people had like ponds of fish that they kept and that was a rare fish. I don't know.
Well, how would they make money on that?
I don't know.
That's really weird.
Do you think I know anything about fish? No, I know nothing about fish.
Or manners, from what I could tell from the way Dart was
Relax.
acting.
I am just asking you questions. Why are you considering me rude? I'm showing interest in your town.
Okay.
Okay.
Jeez.
Overhearing this, Udaquad's just gonna awaken mind over to Bobbins and be like, "We get it. You know what a fish pond is. He doesn't. Let's just continue the tour."
Udaquad, you ever do that again to me, you will suddenly find that you have another horn coming out of your head.
What's
and it'll be
going on
metal.
here? Is this weird thing? So anyway, so you guys get to this like you guys get to this cross section here, and he like totally steps away from the group, and he kind of gives a whistle. You know, one of these like, and this little goblin comes out of one of these 4 houses that are lined up.
I jump back.
Whoa, settle down now.
It's a goblin.
Anyway, this goblin
didn't-
looks pretty strong. And
Strong for a goblin. So he can lift 10 pounds.
he's got you can tell he's got some muscles. He's done some work. And Fortin looks at the goblin, and he's like, he gives a little one of these like, come here, and he starts talking to him in Goblin, or what you suspect is Goblin. Does anybody speak Goblin?
I think Fizz does, doesn't he?
Let me check.
I do not. I speak Elven and
I think I
Halfling and Common.
do actually. Now that I think about it, I think I
The
heard him
answer is
talking
on your
before.
character sheet. Just a clue. Just a quick clue.
Yes, I'm loading.
Loading is good.
Lower left corner.
Internet.
Sorry, I'm in a Walmart right now.
What?
What?
Where? Yes, I can speak Goblin.
You can. Okay. I thought somebody did. So he does speak. He's speaking Goblin to this goblin, and he says, "Lank, keep an eye on." What am I saying? He says, "Keep an eye on that halfling. He's squirrely." Also, stay to the rear and be ready.
Oh.
None of you hear this. Only Fizz knows.
I know.
We just hear Goblin speak.
Yeah,
So
you
yeah.
just hear.
But Fizz knows.
Mhm.
Fizz knows.
Fizz knows what's up. Anyway, you also note that there's a sign in front of these 4 houses, sort of like right there, and it says "Property of the Watch." And one of those houses is where this goblin came out of. Anyway, as you cross through here, you see these huge places in section 8, and you see that there's this
Section 8 housing.
You see that there's this gigantic wall that's sort of circling this area, and you see a plate, and it says Corelio Estates.
Okay.
And Fortin says to you, he's like, yep, these are the Corelio Estates. And we guard these every hour on the hour, so be wary of that. But you'll be leaving soon anyway, I'm assuming.
Wait. Why do we gotta be aware of the fact that you guard some houses?
Well,
Hmm,
I don't want you to have
Good
any other
point.
issues like you did with dirt. Anyway, ever since that
Oh.
Gravedigger fever came about,
Okay.
we've been just kind of trying to up our watch. We're a small group, but we're a strong group, and we take care of this town. Anyway,
How much do they make for the goldfin fish, by the way?
you're
I ask.
You'd
I'm
have to
asking.
talk to Gus Sand about that kind of stuff. I'm just a constable worrying about the security of our fair town here. I don't know about finances
Oh.
too much, but
I was just wondering how much per fish you get.
well, that's a good question. But I'm not a fisherman. Well, anyway, it's unfortunate you guys won't be staying any longer than the rest of the day, right? Because there is going to be a gala there. Not that you'd be invited, but anyway, it doesn't matter much. You'll be out of town by then.
Why are we gonna be able to time with them?
Well, I'm just assuming you're here.
We're here to
I'm
feed your
just assuming
children.
that you're here to deliver this stuff, right? As you guys get to in front of this house, number 12 house, you see a sign here that says Sonfers Preparatory School. And then you see another sign next to it that says temporarily canceled.
That
Oh.
explains a lot. I see why Dart was so
Oh my
dim-witted.
gosh.
I think it's more to do with the children dying. Just saying.
So
Possibly.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you about the
So-
dim-witted part, but
you notice that as you're passing by the school, Fortin sort of quickens his step a little bit, and as he does so, two elderly people kind of pop out, and they're like, "Oh, who's this group? Look at you, all fine
Oh.
and dandy." Oh, and it's two halflings. Well, who are you escorting, Fortin? Aren't you gonna introduce us? And he's just sort of like trying to like, come on. Nope, don't have time for
Yeah,
that.
Fortin. Who are these wonderful people? Bobbins, do you know them?
do you think we know? Do you think all halflings know each other?
I mean, there's only a
Makes
few
sense.
small amount. I don't know. Well, hello, friend.
Well, hello.
Fortin.
Come have some tea. And Fortin's like, we don't have time for that.
Oh,
We do not have time for that. They have an important package they must deliver, and then they'll be seeing themselves out of here. No. They must have some tea first. They gotta have some
Is it Penny Royal?
penny royalty now.
Oh.
Now there's a tea I haven't had in quite a bit. Oh boy. Whew. I knew a lady, her name was Madame Friona. Oh, that lady. She could make the best penny royal. But I
Yeah,
don't
she
have
does.
any of that. We just have this little, we
Yeah.
call it
Yeah.
marsh tea. We'd like to try some. Come on. Fortin's like, come on. No, they don't have time for that. Well, my name's Sonfer, and this is Malova. And you can come here anytime. And
Well, thank
especially you. And she looks at you, Neliani, because you're dressed pretty good and fine. And you, and she's looking at you, Bobbins.
Thank you.
Mighty fine indeed.
I give her the halfling secret symbol of hello.
Maybe they can take us to the gala as guest.
Do you s-
Oh, right.
That's what I'm gonna awaken the mind to the group.
I don't
So
know
they
if you
can
can
see
do
all of
like a
them.
group message. Group texting doesn't work.
Yeah, it's like a group
think you
text
can do that.
message, but
You can do one at a time.
well, I'm gonna do Bobbins because Bobbins seems to enjoy the mind.
Which one? You're about to make friends with my rapier. I'm just saying.
Just the gate,
Maybe
you know,
Bob is a Murloc.
the gala tonight. Are you guys going to the gala tonight?
Oh, the gala, of course. Everybody who's anybody will be at the gala.
Well, can you believe this old wet rag Fronton won't let us go to the
Well,
gala?
you do have to have an invite. Now, he is an old wet rag, though. You're right about that. Ain't that right, Ford? Woo! Oh, boy. And Ford's
Oh my
just,
god.
like, pissed. He's
Well,
like, all right, it's time to fucking go. Let's go. Now I'm getting pissed.
bye now, friends.
Where are we going anyway?
I know, he's walking us in
oh,
circles just to
bye-bye,
kick us out.
We'll see you around. And as they turn around, they're like, ooh, we got Ford good, didn't we? So, so he continues to take you down the path. You see over here, it looks like just some general like plantation houses. You see a well over here, and this here is just a gigantic barn. And you continue down the path.
We're going out of the town. now?
Indeed. Do you refuse?
Where are you taking us?
I kind of wanted to go down the other path there. What's down that
one?
way? The path leading out of the town, opposite of which we
That's where
came.
he's taking you.
I thought that's where we're going.
This way.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were going
we
up
didn't
through.
We didn't go by 9, 10, or 11. That's the thing.
Okay. I just wanted a tavern.
Where are you taking us?
Well, I'm
Forky?
taking you to the temple.
The temple?
Yes, that's where you were delivering this rose whistle, is it not?
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
It sounds
yeah.
like you don't know where
Oh.
you need to be.
This map has changed.
Indeed.
What is this?
Welcome to the urban district.
Oh, there's a whole other district to this city.
Mhm.
Oh,
Wow. Okay.
So you cross a bridge at 15.
Yep.
Immediately across that bridge, you notice that this bridge connects the genteel district with the urban district, and here lies the Temple of Bosner, or Temple to Bosner. So he takes you there, and you see that it's basically two cobblestone buildings that have like a breezeway in between them. And there is a statue out in the front. It looks like a figure holding like balancing scales. And he takes you up to it, and he says, "Master Soto," and this priest comes out, and he sort of looks like very plain clothed, and he almost like a monk, but not quite at that level, but very close to that.
Right.
And he says, "Mr. Soto, this group here has a delivery for you." And, he's like, "Aha, okay, very good. Come in. Thank you, Fortin. Thank you. You can go now." Yeah.
Bye, 14.
Thanks, Fortin.
Don't forget
Bye.
to sign out when you leave.
Oh, don't worry. I'll make sure to meet with Dart.
Yeah.
So, this temple is moderately busy, so there's a lot of people kind of in and out of it, just coming to worship or just enjoy the quietness. And he brings you in there, and he says, "Thank you for coming. You've brought the rose whistle, I take it."
Yeah, we did.
Great. If you don't mind, I will have you just kind of wait. If you could wait for me in a back room, I'm going to take you there now. I want to make sure that we sort of die down here. And you notice that he doesn't have the same accent as these other people, so he seems a little bit of a foreigner.
Wee bit of an outsider, you're
Right.
saying?
And so he says, come with me. So he does. He takes you to this back room. He's like, are you hungry at all? Do you need food? Was the journey okay?
We could really use a rest.
Okay, this is probably not a good spot for that, but let me just see to some people, have them leave, and then I can attend to your needs. Is that okay?
You do you.
Right,
We'll be
thank you,
fine.
thank you. So he leaves, and he says, let me just take a look at this rose whistle. And he gives a little bit of a smile. And do you have it? Is that the box?
Hedok.
Yeah.
Flipdrugle.
Yeah. And he takes a look at it. He's like, okay, looks good. Everything's good. All right, cool. And he's like, you can tell he's just doing some like logistics in his head. He's like, all right. This is fine. Okay. So so he leaves and does what he does. While he's gone, do you guys do anything?
I look around.
Yeah, we're in a back room right now.
In a church, I assume.
Yeah, you're in a back room in this temple.
I look for the holy relics.
This room is pretty bland. It's got like a couch kind of thing in there. It's just sort of like
It's a confession room.
It's one of those wellness rooms. There's a breast pump in the corner.
I'm going to keep looking around.
All right. So after some time, probably about 30 minutes, 40 minutes, he comes back. He's like, okay. Oh, thank you for being patient. Well, I appreciate you coming with this rose whistle. But I have to be honest. This isn't...
Oh, do be honest.
Yes, I will be honest. This is not exactly... this is not exactly what I needed. I needed some outsiders to come in here. You've heard of the Gravedigger, obviously.
Sweet.
That was a story that...
So the rose whistle was just a ruse to get us here?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
I need some help.
Okay.
What I need is the Gravedigger disease. These people are... Well, you've already ran into Fortin. And I have...
Yeah, he's a goblin, yes.
Yeah, and his goblin, and the whole watch. I'm a foreigner myself, and I'm trying to find out the real problem here. I'm not so sure about this Gravedigger business, and well,
What are you saying? Like, no, seriously, what are you saying? You're saying there aren't children dying of Gravedigger
something
disease?
is happening. This is true.
Okay.
So children have been disappearing, and oddly, there's these graves that are dug, and some people are claiming that the children are digging them, like in a trance. But it's just some strange things with this watch have been happening ever since the watch has been here to secure Planktown. Things have been happening.
Okay.
Mhm.
Back up. Are there children in the graves after they disappeared, but the graves have been dug?
No, they're just disappeared.
So there's just graves with nobody in them, but they're assuming.
Yeah. So what they're saying, the claim is that these children are in a trance, in a sleep state, and just digging at the ground with their fingers, and fingers and nails, just digging in the ground.
Okay. Second question: the guard haven't always been here.
Yeah.
When did they arrive?
Well, that's an interesting question. I'm not real sure because I came after them. I'm just trying to gather stories and try and get a feel for what's going on here myself.
And you don't know where the watch is from. You said they're obviously outsiders.
They
were hired.
Right, they're hired.
And who is that Rita woman then? She seems to be in control of them.
Oh, yes. So Rita is she is she's one of the casters, and the casters they are very important people in this town, and they pretty much run the town. So Mark Gary is the chairman of the casters, and he pretty much runs the town. And that the woman that you probably are referring to is his wife, Rita Gary.
You said Mark Gary?
Marked. Mm-hmm. He's the chairman of the casters. And just so you know, in this town, fishermen pretty much run the social hierarchy here. They refer to themselves as the casters. So one of now this is just some rumors. I don't know if it's true, but one of Mart's first tasks as a chairman was to establish a town guard, and I assume this is they must have met Fortin Hera from God knows where. I don't know. But no, they brought him in, and he seems to be securing the town quite well. Quite well. Beyond that, yep.
What's Fortin's involvement in all this?
What is what?
Fortin's involvement in all this? You mentioned him earlier.
Well, I don't know what is. I just don't trust them. It seems that it does seem very odd that problems that never existed before now start to exist, and then we are secured. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So I don't have a good feel for them. And again, I'm trying to figure it out myself. So I was kind of hoping that I'm sort of installed here for a while, and I was hoping that I could bring in some outsiders to do some snooping for me.
And so you just had some randoms deliver some rose whistle in hopes that we could help you?
Yes. I need some outsiders to do some digging around. Now the rose whistle will help. It'll help. And rose whistle is just a I can make a cure for, not a cure, but what am I trying to say here? I can make a
Potions.
potion.
A tincture.
Yes, and that will help for anything really. I mean, it might not do much for this. And he does some air quotes, Gravedigger Disease, but it's not going to hurt anyone.
What can you tell us about the school run by the two halflings?
The Sanfers. Yeah. So, yeah, they run the preparatory school, and if you don't want to be a fisherman and live here forever, you better go to that school. They're very smart people.
Do they seem to be involved in all this or not?
One never knows, but I don't think so.
And when the children are digging graves, is it in a particular area, would you say? Or what research have you been able to find on the children? Any connection? Or just the child age?
Well, I have to be honest. I get a little bit of cold shoulder when I talk about it with people, which is odd. You would think they would turn to me, but that they don't. Now, I don't know if there's been someone that is telling people not to talk to me. I'm not sure. But
How many kids are left in
oh,
town?
there's tons of children. Now, there's a lot of work. There's a lot of, snooping that you guys could do. I have to stay here at this temple, and this is where I work, and I don't have a lot of information, and I don't even know everybody here either. I haven't been here that long, but I do think something's up now. I've got a couple of ideas for potential things that you could find some information. I have 2 invitations to the gala tonight.
Oh.
Now, you could use those to get in, but I would suggest coupling. Now, I don't know what your makeup is here, but a man and woman is probably more appropriate than 2 men bearing swords, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I already know what you mean. Blanche and Uniquad would make an excellent couple.
There's also the Brawler Boys, or the Magic Matrons. That's just a bunch of kids. You never know what they might have heard, so that might be a good source. And then
Are these gangs?
no, they're kids. They just call themselves the Brawler Boys and the Magic Matrons. They're just kids. But you never know. They might talk to their friends and have a better understanding. Kids being kids, they talk, right? And they might not talk to you because you are adults. But they certainly aren't talking to me. And then as far as the watch goes, I would try not to. I would steer clear of them. Don't cross them too much, because I'm not sure what they're capable. And I'm not even sure that they're part of this situation. I just have this weird feeling about them. Now, they. One thing I can say though is they don't like people stealing their limelight. So. They like to be in charge. They run the security and for the betterment of people, as they would tell you. But they have a musician. His name's Edgar Halfwhistle. He drinks down at the Cypress Creek pub every night. Maybe you can get some information out of him. He gets pretty drunk. And, if you buy him a couple of drinks, he might tell you some information.
Hmm.
Now, guys, I
Well.
know this this hoax was getting foreigners here, and I don't expect you to do this snooping for me. I wouldn't expect that of anyone, but I feel like I should offer you some gold.
Oh, hey, there you go. Now you're speaking our language. What's up with that?
I mean, I can offer you 1,200 gold pieces.
To figure this out? Yeah, I like that deal. How about you guys?
I
That sounds
mean,
good.
I've dealt with less.
Okay, and this
Okay.
my
I'm
temple is your temple. I have beds in the basement. So you're free to stay here and sleep here, as long as you want.
Sleep.
Yes. Let's sleep. Do a long rest.
Well, what time is it though, and what time did? Because like if the gala's tonight,
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to do a long rest before that.
yeah,
Oh, the gala's
Yep.
tonight.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. We would have to do our investigation and then maybe take action the next day. I think the one thing that Udaquad is kind of thinking about is how, Fortin, the half orc, um, he kind of seemed like he wanted us to be escorted out by the end of the day. So,
Fortian is a goblin.
No, Fortin is not a
no,
goblin. Fortin is a half orc.
I thought you said
yeah,
it was a
No,
goblin.
he was speaking
no, the
goblin to a
goblin,
goblin, but Fortin
yeah,
Fortin
you
we
Harrow
know
the
the
Oh.
goblin's
constable is
name.
a half orc.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Only Fizz knows the goblin's name because he heard it in his translation. So I mean, okay, I guess Udaquad's gonna kind of look at the the temple. What do they address him as? Like a master
Yeah,
or
he's Master Lee Soto.
Soto? So Udaquad's gonna ask Master Lee Soto, wouldn't you think that you need to instruct Fortin to allow us some stay permit until we assist you with completing your cure?
Well, are you looking for like a note, sort like a pass or something?
Just to make sure that he knows that we're going to be working with you, and that he was very adamant about getting us out of town by this evening.
Well, that makes sense. He probably, as I mentioned, he probably thinks you're going to steal some of his limelight somehow.
Possibly. Things do seem to catch fire
Well,
when we visit.
well, imagine if you were to solve this gravedigger problem, and he's not part of that solution. So it makes sense that he's nervous, especially since you brought this rose whistle here. He's probably very curious about what that's all about. But if it's a note you want, I can prepare some sort of a pass. I don't know if it will do anything, but certainly I have not seen them just kick people out of town just for kicking them out. That doesn't seem to make sense.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure that we were, going to run into any additional
sure.
trouble while we sit there. Okay, so thank you. So I guess you will give one of us the invites, and we'll disperse them as we see fit, and collect some information tonight that we can.
Sounds good. So he gives you guys the invites. All right.
I am going to get some tea.
I'm gonna get some beer.
So I was going to say, yeah. See, I was gonna say, why don't we stack the two shorter, the halfling. Well, who's shorter, dwarf or halfling?
No. I was serious about Udaquan and Blanche going to that thing because you're both the charismatic types. You'll have a much better a chance at data or gathering than I would, or Hedok would, or Nalia would.
Oh,
So
I was
I don't
thinking
know.
about stacking them and putting oversized clothes.
Oh, like
I've got
like the little
a-
rascals or something.
Yeah,
What's they
I'm
called?
gonna go
Mr.
get some beer
Man.
too, Sean. I'll be right back.
Mr. Man. Well, hello.
One adult
There
ticket,
be-
please.
Uh-huh.
But the thing is that I don't know if so I have like a high perception, but I'm like a negative one for persuasion. So I don't know if I'd be
You
a
are
good,
metagaming.
I don't know. Ah, I'm sorry. Like I'm trying to. I don't know.
Well, I perceive things quite well. Oh, God. I gotta stop with the voice.
Yeah. It's like, well, Udaquad just internally, he feels like he's not, gala material. He's more of like a tavern man.
Yeah, because you're like a hermit, so I can't. You're like kind of probably like got social anxiety or something.
And plus, he does well in taverns. I mean, he just thinks all the times that he just goes in and slams down drinks, and he's a stout drinker.
Yeah, I would think like Miliani would be good at the gala just because she's like a high elf and is like a noble person. So I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
what kind of
Send the
gala
fish.
it is.
Well, I was actually thinking, well, it would have. Well, Blanche, you would have to go either way because we only have 2 females.
Oh, right.
So,
Okay.
I mean, and
Well,
plus, it might make sense to send actually the elves and the halfling to the gala, and then let Udaquad and Hedok go to the taverns and speak to the magic matrons and brawler boys, because that's kind of like magic matrons. I could talk to them on magic level, and then brawler.
okay.
What are you people planning?
So we are in the room right now, just kind of discussing our plan for tonight. And what we were thinking was, since we have a collection of elves, we sent all the elves and yourself, Bobbins, because you're halfling. You got along with those podunk halflings. And plus you're sneaky, so maybe you can actually sneak around.
Did the Podunk halflings say they're going to the gala tonight?
They did.
Hmm.
They did. And what we were talking about was because Blanche and Yanni would have to go both. So
why would they? You only have 2 tickets?
Well, is it +1 or?
No,
Like
it's,
one
it's
per
just,
couple?
It's just
Yeah.
2. No.
It's just 2 tickets.
Oh, okay.
Oh
Like
my-
2 people are going.
It's not even a +1. Jeez.
How rude.
I am going to
Backward
go.
ass swamp people.
You guys go take care of yourselves. I'm gonna go have a chat with somebody.
Oh God, what is he up to? I'm always worried about what Bobbins is up to. Are you gonna go burn Fortin's house down?
I have already. I'm not gonna burn any houses down. This town is too moist
You
anyway.
said moist.
I'm going to just suggest once again. I think Udaquad and Blanche would be good to go to this gala tonight, and the rest of us can either A, assist you in some way or another, or B, go do our own thing. I think we don't need a whole ton of people going to a gala to ask questions. Just like
Someone's gonna go to that bar, right? Find that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, Hedok would be good for that bar. He's a dwarf; they drink.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you can go with him too.
Okay.
And so,
How much time do we have?
Oh,
for the
you have
gala?
at least a few hours.
Okay, I'm going to be like, hey guys, I'll check you later. I'm going to go grab some tea if I can find some tea, and then go talk to those halflings.
okay.
We're
Let's
halflings.
see.
We do things.
So you do all know each other.
So now Yeah, I was gonna say now all the halflings know each other now. Now that it's convenient for Bobbins.
We have common experiences with being short, okay?
So yeah, it says to the shorter rock gnome hobbling around.
It's not my fault you got all the shortness without all the good looks and luck.
Well, either way, I guess since we have some
it could be
time to
worse.
kill,
You could be of the garden
I'm
variety.
gonna. That's
true.
true. That is true. I had to clean her clothes though. I don't know. That's a trade-off. I am gonna go. I'm gonna go to the tavern just right now, just to see how it. I feel like I need some libations. P-Doc, you want to come?
Sure, let's go.
Anybody else? Fizz? Bobbins, you go do what you do.
All right, I'll come with.
All right, Fizz. Blanche and Yanni, you guys gonna hang out here, do some elfy things?
Yeah, we can do some elfy things if you want.
Hey, I'm just sending out an invite.
What do elves do in their spare time?
Hide in bushes.
Yeah, climb trees.
I think that's a Blanche thing per se.
There are some trees here, Blanche. Or actually, Blanche, you guys should go look for some maps that you can kind of grab and maybe authenticate later.
Oh yeah, I think that.
Go to the archives or so.
Mm-hmm.
You think this town has an archive?
I mean, they have to have some sort of something. I don't know, parchments, a pile of paper.
We'll be lucky if they have a library.
I don't even think the school has one.
Okay. So let's take this one by one here, because there's a lot of splitting the party going on.
Hey, you put us in a town.
I get it.
Give us
But rather than
investigation.
just yapping about it, let's just get on with it. So who we gonna do first? You to quad?
Sure, they're going to the bar, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
head to the bar. There's a joke there.
I think Fizz is going too, right?
Yeah, I'm there too.
Fizz and P-Doc head to the bar. You're going to the Cypress Tavern. So the Cypress Creek
Is it on a hill?
Tavern. So, and Master Lee Soto tells you to, let me do that. Master Lee Soto says, yeah, go down this road here. And then cut down this road. So you head down that way. And you find sort of like in this down, you see that this sort of path here, there's just tons of like business, and there's shops, and there's taverns, and there's a lot of different people, and it's interesting because, you know, based on like your sort of upbringing or thoughts of the world prior to leaving the boundary was, you know, like people didn't go beyond the boundary unless they were like, the boundary was supposed to, you know, that whole the weaving and the boundary, that was all supposed to like keep evil at bay. And here it seems like just normal people, you know, you're beyond the boundary, you're in this weird swampland. It's almost like a Twilight Zone-ish in a way. But anyway, there's all sorts of people. I'm not trying to make you feel any certain way. It's just weird, you know. You're like out and about. You're adventuring, and it's like, wow, these people, where do they come from? Anyway, so yeah, you see all sorts of people. You do run across the Cypress Creek Tavern, and yeah, it's moderately busy. There's lots of beer to be had, and there's clanking of mugs, and there's a couple open tables. There's a variety of people in here. There's a couple humans. There's halfling. There's, you know, there's a there's a person playing like a little flute, you know, but it's it's the middle of the day, so it's not like crazy or raucous in any way. Sort of chill. It's like Potbellies, you know. It's like Potbellies when they got their live musician in there.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and take a
Sure.
seat at one of the
Waitress
open
sees
tables.
you and she walks right up. Oh,
And
hello. Haven't seen you around here before. How can I help you?
what do you guys serve here? What's your main staple of drink?
You want what the locals have?
Yeah, is that some
We call it
moonshine?
marsh mud. Would you like to try?
Marsh mud. I am interested. Hidok, you want to get down on some marsh mud? Fizz?
You all want to get dirty?
We're not in the South, but it's dirty.
Oh, you'll love it. So 2 or 3 marsh muds?
I don't know, Fizz. You up to drinking? How's your
yeah.
drink? Okay, you better sip it though. All right, take
Okay.
3 marsh muds.
She goes off. She says, "That's going to be 1 silver piece each now." And she takes off. And she comes back and she brings like these huge mugs. Like you got the 22s, baby. She puts it down on the table with a clunk, clunk, and you see some spill out. It's very frothy and just like it's almost like Guinnessy thick. She stands there waiting for payment. She puts out her hand. 3 silver pieces, please.
Okay, let's see. Convert a piece real quick. I think I have how many silver pieces in a gold?
Yep.
10? Right, so I'm gonna pay her. Let's see, so that'll be. I'm gonna pay her 4. Give her 1 silver piece
Ooh,
as like
thank
a
you.
tip.
I'll be back.
Tip.
Drink quick. Drink often.
Thank you. All right, so I'm gonna say cheers, and we're gonna take a drink. What does it taste like?
It tastes like so. The smell of this beer is very strongly scented. Like, it's kind of like a mud with like a just a small little like note of like a flower of some sort. But you don't recognize the smell. You do recognize that marshy smell, that mud smell. But it has this weird little note of like a flower. And as you take a sip, it is thick as shit. This stuff is just it's super thick. And you take it down and that it comes on across the tongue as very gritty and dirt. But when the aftertaste is like a fresh bloom in your mouth, it's very odd, but it's good.
Nice.
It's doing the trick.
Nice.
It's also nice and crispy cold. It's super good.
Excellent. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna look around the room, see if there's any interesting characters. Probably see some of the watch.
No, you don't see any of the watch.
No watch. Okay.
Normal people. There's the humans appear to be paired up. Probably boyfriend and girlfriend type. It looks like they're just having like a day date, eating some soup.
They have soup.
Yeah. All sorts of food here. And the halflings are just taking it, just chilling, listening to the music. And the musician is just playing his thing, his flute. It's pretty quiet. It's not it's not busy right now.
Very good. Well, Udaquad likes drinking, so he's going to continue drinking his marsh mud.
So the waitress comes back and she's like, "So, how do you like the mud?"
You know, I gotta say,
Fantastic.
yeah, it comes off a little dead, and then it
Spruces
just
you up,
kind
right?
of liven up. Yeah, exactly. How do they make this exactly? Do you know?
Oh, I don't want to give away the secret sauce.
Oh, it's a
Well,
secret
come on.
now. Oh, what other secrets do you know?
Wow. That came off very smooth there, Udaquad. Very
You
smooth.
flirting or?
So she
he
like,
tries.
I mean, you're like this hermit dude who's coming off like suave right now. What other secrets do you know? So she's sort of like,
well, you know, he does. He's pretty, you know, well in deception.
I don't know if he's deceiving. He's deceiving himself if he thinks he's like too fly for a hermit guy.
Hey, that's why he uses charms. Okay, if he needs
So
to charm
so
someone.
she's like, "Well, wouldn't you like to know?"
Oh boy.
Oh, dang. This is a brothel
Whoa,
too.
now, well,
It's
settle
spicy in here,
down,
dude.
settle down. You sound like you need another mud.
Mm,
Can I get you?
Yeah,
Can I get
that's
you
quite
boys
good.
any food?
Yeah. What no meat options do you have? I don't eat a lot of meat.
How about fish?
No, pescatarian diet. I'll do.
I don't know these words, but we have meat here and meat only.
Fish.
Just kidding.
Mhm.
Uh,
Is that a Rudy's?
No, it's Arby's.
we got
We
the
got the
meats.
Oh yeah. Let me get. Do you have any of that gold fin I hear so much about in these parts?
Yes, we do have a very nice goldfin brim soup. Okay.
Take some of that.
Will that be 3 soups for you all?
Have you guys
Yeah.
Have you guys eaten for the day?
I have not. I would love
Yeah.
to try some soup.
Soup sounds good.
Okay. Fin or no fin?
I will go with fin.
Okay. Does everybody want fin?
Yeah, why not? Want the full experience.
It's gonna. It's
Hey Doc, he's a little checked out right now, so he's gonna
okay.
he's gonna
It's
do
gonna be
fin.
9 gold pieces.
Ooh,
boy.
nice. 9 gold pieces. That is a delicacy.
Have you not had the gold fin?
We have
well,
not.
Just so you know.
Is that 9
No,
gold
it's
pieces
3
each or
gold pieces per bowl of soup with fin.
Okay.
But so you know, the fin of the gold fin brim can be there's enough gold on each of these fins of this fish to be flaked off and smelted, and each are worth about 1 gold piece. Sometimes you can get 2.
Interesting.
It is interesting. I guess that's why it's goldfin. I thought it was just because of color.
So she
So
she leaves and she brings you back like this huge bowl of soup, and there's like this like fish in this brine, like whole, almost no head, this whole fish with like the fin, and you can see like all of the flecks of gold on this fish. So it's, you know, Yeah, you're definitely gonna want to keep those fins.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, let's see. I guess I'll pay for it, and you guys owe me.
And as you taste this soup, it is probably one of the best fish soups you've ever had.
I was gonna say it should be disgusting.
And I'm gonna kind of nudge Hedok and just say, "Wait until we tell Bobbins about this meal."
As you guys are eating soup,
Udacot.
I'm gonna pan to the rest of the group. Bobbins, you're eager.
Yeah.
What'd you want to do?
I gather some tea, and I go to that halfling. We met those halflings. This
Okay.
school.
So you go back into the Gentile district then. Okay.
Yeah.
So you go back to the Gentile district, and you find that those halflings are They're basically just drinking tea and sitting on their rocking chairs, rocking away, just enjoying the day. Well, look who we got here.
What were their names again,
Sanford
Sean?
and Malova. Tall.
Hanfer and Malova. Oh, okay. Yeah. Anyway, I approached him and say I thought I'd join
Well,
you
that
for a bit
sounds
of tea.
about right. How you doing?
Yeah. Hi. Well, I mean, now that I'm not sitting in some damn on some planks with some bugs attack me, much
Those
better.
damn bugs. You know, if it weren't for this school we have here, we'd be out of here a long time ago. Well,
Oh yeah.
the stink can get to you.
So you're not originally from
we're
here?
Originally from here, but sometimes you gotta fly the coop.
No, I hear that. Yeah, so I mean, we are here to deliver some
That's what
rose
we
whistle
heard.
for apparently some
Gravedigger Disease.
apparently to help with.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Is that affecting your business? I mean, you're at school, so I'm assuming children aren't coming to school much.
Yes, we couldn't have that now. We didn't want any kind of spread. We don't know what's going on.
So you're not running your school right now?
No. Not running the school, and those children, they're missing out. But what you gonna do?
Well, I mean, education is important for
It's
the
the
children.
only way. Unless they want to be another
So
fisherman.
have you actually seen? I hear that's what they do around here. Apparently, those fish are expensive.
Well, it does bring in the money, but they'll never get out of this mosquito-ridden hellhole.
So, where'd you come by your educations from?
Oh, we're self-taught.
Like other halflings, intelligent as always.
Only the most intelligent, am I right? And they start like looking at each other,
Yep.
drinking their tea. What kind of tea you got there? You don't have this kind of tea, I guarantee. And she winks at her little.
Oh no,
her little
there's some
funny
stuff I can
joke there.
scrounge up. Yeah, smile. So what can you tell me about this disease? Have you seen any kids actually suffering from it?
If you're gonna ask me serious questions, you seriously need to let me see what you're drinking.
Sure, I show her. I just some tea I scrounged
She
up,
like
so it's nothing
sniffs
special.
it. Oh, this is hogwash. She tosses it. You're gonna have some of this tea here, and she gives you some of what she's drinking on, and you immediately notice that this is not just your normal tea. It's got a little bit of nip to it.
Of course. Yeah, sip it a little bit.
So what you want to know about
Feel
this
like you're too much-
Gravedigger disease?
I mean, I'm just curious. It seems like, I don't know. Something doesn't smell right about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just a city boy, but we tend to be more attuned to city problems.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I'm not real sure what's going on with this thing. I mean, it just sort of started
Yeah.
happening.
About when?
Well, I'd say quite recently. Quite recently indeed. But, it's a real mystery about the children. We've had some problems in the past with uh, there was um, a town jester, if you will, who ran a carnival of sorts. His name was Baxter, and he sort of disappeared. So, yes,
Baxter.
his name was Baxter.
He was a jester and he
Yeah.
disappeared. Okay.
What's that?
I'm with you.
Yeah. So, not real sure what's going on with that, but he had a carnival themed kind of place, and well, Fortin, he sort of started calling him. He had some sort of an issue, and people would like going to the Smiling Jester. They love that place. They get to see freaks and things, and oh well, Fortin Hara, he he seized all that property, and Baxter, he went off and hiding somewhere, and nobody knows what happened to him. Maybe he's doing now. Some might say, some say. I know I've heard this at least 20 times that Baxter's the one behind this Gravedigger Disease, because he had all kinds of crazy things in his carnival. He had freak shows and some magicians and weird spectacles and weird oddities, if you will. Now I don't know what happened with him and Fulton. Now Fulton was accusing him of something. Some sort of. He said that there was some sort of human trafficking. Now I don't know about that, but it wasn't too long that Fulton basically seized his properties, and Baxter just never was seen after that. And after that, if you're looking at this from a timeline perspective, next thing you know, these children now started disappearing and doing this grave digging bit. I don't know what's going on.
So Fortin predates the other guards, or do they all come around the same time?
Oh God!
I heard the guards were rather new in here.
That went down the wrong tube. Ooh!
All that tea's getting to them.
Woo! This talk's getting spicy. What are you trying to say? No. The watch it. Them gods and Fulton. Now, I love a good laugh, and just watching them trip up is quite funny to me. But they're all together. They're all a one unit. Them and that goblin. Oh my goodness. How you gonna have a goblin as a pet? Am I right?
They have goblins.
Wow,
that
he certainly looks like a pet. He acts like a pet.
And when did the guards get here?
Well, that's another problem we had a while back. There was a hag. Well, they called her a hag, but she was quite fine. She was one of the first people in this town when this town was erected, and she visited the the carnival quite often, and she had her own little freakish abominations that she would like to show at that carnival. Well, she ended up dead. I will say that. Now there was a
The hag wound up dead.
yes, yep. She she was kicked out of the town. Well, let's just say she ended up in a bit of a pickle. And there was quite the group, let's just say that went and hurt her.
Wait, who hurt her?
Well, I'm starting to get a little uncomfortable with these questions. I don't like to drum up these old things now.
I'm just curious. So sorry.
It's old business, but Fortenhair, he came around after that. So Gus Sand was the chairman and running the town, and after the business with his children and after there was a problem, then Mott took over as the chairman because Gus just was too torn up; he couldn't do it. Well, Mott's first thing to do was get us a town guard. So I don't know how he knew Fulton, but now we have Fortenhair and his goblin squad. Well, I'm getting kind of drunk here. You're talking my ear off.
All right. No, I don't mean to be offensive, but we can just, you don't mind, we can just chill some more. I like to hang out with you two. You're,
Panning the camera off to Blanche and Eliani.
That's kind of what's the intention, actually. We're just gonna chat for the rest of the night. I'm not gonna ask you more
What
questions.
do you guys want to do, Neliani? I always thought it was Neliani. Is it Neliani?
Yeah,
Neliani.
Neliani.
Okay, right from now on. Where?
I think we're missing Blanche.
Yeah, she ran away.
What happened there?
Oh,
here
What is
it is.
Neliani and Blanche gonna do? So we got
Oh, yeah, I'm back
Uniquad.
now.
We got
Elven
Uniquad,
things.
Hedok, and Fizz off at the bar, and Bobbins is off talking to halflings. What is Blanche and Neliani doing?
Elf things.
Yes. So I think we should go and find if there's some kind of like historical
By the way,
city
Mrs. Blanche,
and
I just want to throw this out there that there is definitely, I forgot you were an elf, there's definitely 4 hours that you have before this event. So if you wanted to level up, you could, because elves only require 4 hours of meditation to count as a long rest. So if you wanted to
Okay.
spend your entire
Well, then-
time in the temple prior to this affair, you could do that and level up. Otherwise, do whatever you want to do. But if
Okay.
you do something else, then you couldn't do that.
well, I'd rather level up. So then I think I'll do a rest, a
Well,
short rest
it's
then.
it's technically it's a long rest for you, but it's just 4 hours.
Oh, okay.
It's
A
a
4
4-hour
hour
meditation.
long rest.
Okay. So real quick, let's do that. That'll be what you're doing. So you already added those spells, right?
Yeah.
And you are a druid. All right. Do you want to roll for your hit dice, or do you want to? Do you want to roll, or do you want to just take the average? Ooh, brave,
I'll roll.
Brave. Okay. So I'm just looking at your character sheet. So go ahead. Why is it? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. That's Naliani. Blanche. So go ahead and change the level to 3.
Okay.
Change the hit dice already changed. So hit the up button on the hit dice so it changes to 3.
On
Hit
the
dice.
hit points.
See where it says total? It says it already changed for total, but just change what you have to 3. And then if you're gonna roll a 1d8. A 1d8 plus 1.
So 1d8.
+1.
Oh. How do I do
Forward
this again?
slash roll 1d8
Roll.
+1.
And then just do a plus sign. No, it didn't do it.
All together. Roll 1d. Well, roll space 1d8 +1.
Wait, with the 4.
What?
Right. 8, 8.
There you go. Whoa, nice
Okay.
roll. Okay, so
Cool.
change your hit point maximum to 26. And your
Ha.
current hit points is 26.
Okay.
That was really good. And did you change your hit point
Okay.
maximum? There you go. Now your spells,
Yeah.
your spell slots are already there. So the only thing you have to do now is you want to prepare yourself 6 spells you can memorize. Okay.
So do my
What?
do my spell slots
Yeah, they already
change?
changed. They already changed.
Like do
Whoa.
What was that?
No idea. It sounded like a zipper. So yeah, your spell slots have already changed for your level. So all you got to do is put the red dots where you can pick 6. Okay. All right. So you are done. Now, Yanni, what do you want to do?
I don't know. What can I do?
You can wander around. You can chill.
Get
You
information.
can do whatever you want. You can watch Blanche meditate.
Can I talk to the people in the temple?
Sure.
Is there anybody there?
Yeah, there's people there. There's like just, so you'll see Master Lee Soto, and he's, does what priests do. He's talking to people and leading them in some prayer, and there's just a random amount of people there. There's some humans, there's some halflings, there's even a half orc there. Some half elves. It's pretty busy. It's pretty busy. Probably because of the Gravedigger Disease, people are probably spending a lot more time in temples these days.
Maybe I could try to help him.
Okay.
I don't know.
So you just want to talk to people and.
Yeah, I want to try to get information like everybody else is doing.
Okay. So you're just gonna go up to somebody and say a what?
Like, what's up?
What up, G? What is that sound? Is that you, Fizz? And I keep hearing.
Maybe it's the Walmart.
Are you back at Walmart?
Yeah.
Is that what's going on?
I must. Yes.
So anyway, yeah. So, sure. So you walk up to some human type folk, and they're just praying, being human.
Being human.
I can ask them if I can help lead them in their prayers or
Okay.
in something.
They like, oh, thank you. We we're praying for the children today. We hope that there's nobody that's comes out at night and does that grave digging business. It's so horrible. Have you heard about it?
Yes,
It's so
I
strange
have.
how they come out at night and just start digging their graves. But not their graves, just digging these so-called graves. It's weird. Don't you find that weird? People have
It is
started
weird.
locking their children in at night.
They lock them in cages, or what do they do? How do they
Well,
lock them
because they're
up?
in some sort of a trance, and
Yes.
they lock their doors so they can't get out and start digging.
But if they're in a trance sleepwalking, people can open up
That's
doors.
why they're locking them. And them children say that they hear singing. That's what they
Singing.
say. I hope that now it's only affecting children, and I hope now that it doesn't affect us adults. What would happen to our town then?
The whole town would go crazy.
I feel you're correct on that. So we gonna pray hard.
Okay. I don't know what to do now.
They continue praying. Flashing back to the Quad Fizz and Hedok.
All right. So we're eating soup. And we're going to keep the fins so that we can smelt them down and make gold pieces out of them.
I'll laugh my ass off when you burn the fins.
Taking our money back from our soup.
To what?
What'd you say?
What?
Fizz. What?
Me? Oh, okay. I said we're making our money back for our soup.
I'm curious to know if you're gonna check your poop at the end of it.
I was going to say, I was like, yeah, do we defecate metal deposits?
You'll have to check and find out.
I don't know. Have you ever drank Goldschlager?
Yeah. Okay, and so I guess we're just continuing sitting there. Let's see, how much time has elapsed?
It's been at least an hour and a half. Yeah.
An hour and a
And this
half.
gala is probably like another 3 or so hours.
Gosh.
I mean, you guys got here. It was like middle of the day.
Let's see. Well, there doesn't seem much action going on, so we've already paid up. I'm gonna collect the fin or fins, I guess, because we got a whole fish in there.
Make sure you note down 3 gold fin brim fins.
Gold. Let's see. I'll put that in my. Let's see. Am I collecting those from Hedok and Fizz? Are you guys gonna
Yes.
hand those over? Is there like a skill check for that for smelting?
Absolutely.
Super. So we'll have to discuss
Who's
better at it.
have like
I don't know.
some tools. Yeah.
Equipment, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
You guys gonna bounce out of there?
I think so. Now that they know, I think it's good that now that they know where the tavern is, it'll kind of help them find it later. I guess, maybe we should. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna go out. Hedok and Fizz, I'm gonna tell them. Hi guys, I'm gonna go ahead and see what other stores are around here. See if we can find any supplies of unique value while we're here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a each of you guys, give me a perception check.
Perception. This is when Fizz dies. Just kidding.
You're very perceptive, Fizz.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
I rolled another 14 for
Wow.
perception.
You
Okay.
guys are. So as you're kind of walking around, you note that there's like there's a lot of different random odds and ends in this town. You definitely note that the wares that are being sold in this town are very basic. So there's a lot of different types of things, but they all seem very basic. There's nothing really exotic or in nature. But you do overhear some talking, pretty prevalent talking about, you hear references to the widow Tandy and how she's going to be executed in a few days. So you just hear some random gossiping about this person that might be executed in a couple days. Are you looking for anything specific while you're shopping around, or are you just window shopping?
Yeah, just window shopping, kind of just seeing if there's any kind of,
We
you
should
know.
look for a place to get tools for those fins. Or something like that.
Oh,
To
for the smelting,
to the fins.
right? And then we're gonna go fishing.
Yes. I'm gonna catch some of those.
That's not a bad idea. Is there? Can you go fishing? I think we should go fishing.
Hopefully we don't catch any more murlocs.
So, can you kind of point to me on the map where you would like to walk around? So basically, this area. Oh shoot! I cannot. Ping. This area, all on this road, is kind of like the business district area. Do you just kind of stick to that road?
I don't know. I think we kind of want to make our way a little bit more. Let's see. I think. What do you guys think about like around 21? Just follow the road down there.
Where are we at right now?
Right now we're at 22.
One thing that as you're kind of heading back this way, something you didn't notice before when you were looking for the Cypress Creek, is you find this statue, and it's immaculately clean, and it's 3 girls, and there's like some like flowers, and there's different offerings sort of scattered around it. And on the pedestal is this bronze plaque. And it says, it's got several names there, and it says, "To the men who died at Teshtiba's hovel."
Teshtiba's hovel. Is there any locals just kind of like sitting by this statue?
Not really like sitting around, but there's people walking around it for sure.
Okay. So I'm gonna stop. Kind of stop one of the locals and ask, hey, do you know anything about the statue? I see that it's dedicated to the men who died at Teshtiba's hovel.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
What is Teshtiba's hovel?
Well, Teshtiba.
Teshtiba, thank you.
Yes. She was a demon hag. Yes, she was.
I know many of them.
Yes, she took Sans 3 children. And she got what she had coming to her. Unfortunately for them children and those poor men that died.
Where was this hovel? Was this in town here, or is it kind of on the outskirts? Do you have like a general direction? Just really interested in learning your folklore around here.
You want to know where her hovel was?
Yes.
Well, I'm sure it wouldn't surprise you to know that it's called Old Hag Road.
Old Hag Road.
It's sort of locked off now, and it's over here. He kind of points in the direction. It's over that way.
Okay. 27. All right. And do you know if many of the locals still go there? Kind of as like youthful pranks, or maybe just a dare.
Oh, I wouldn't think so. Nobody wants to go there, and Fulton Hair probably forbids it. You don't want to end up like Hayden Corillo.
I see. So 3 children. Interesting. Well, thank you much. I appreciate your time.
Day.
You too. So, that's interesting. He's going to look to Hedok and Fizz and say, oh, yeah, I think that might be something we can take a look at later.
Yeah.
All right. So, I guess we are kind of making our way over there on that way.
Oh, okay. So you're going to go that direction?
Yeah, we are kind of traveling, I guess, down through 22, 23, 21.
You're gonna cut kind of through there? Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Might as well.
Cutting through there. Let's see. Here, you see like a little stone tower, and you see like a brass plate in front of it that says Cinderbloom, and a glitzy sign beneath it in curly little, not to be sexist or anything, but girl writing. And you know what I mean when I say that. It's all curly and nice. It says, "Home of the Magic Matrons. No fighters allowed." And you see that there's a thick like basket attached to a pulley that sits near this sign.
Too bad. I could have kept that head. That would have really sent a message to the tower. All right. So it is a caster's. Udaquad's kind of in a debate in his head right now, thinking if he's gonna be well accepted or kind of seen as, because of his craft, his magical craft, as being a warlock. It's kind of more along the lines of demonology, not so much. Let's see. So it's a pulley rope. Let me see. What do I have of? I don't think I have anything that's like magical.
This basket looks like, it goes up to the top of the tower, basically. So yeah. And you notice also that this basket is like kid-sized.
Oh. Okay. So I'm gonna jump in the basket.
Okay.
Hedok, hoist me away, my friend. Stand guard.
Okay. You fit in the basket quite well.
Excellent. I'm not a kid, but I'm a small guy. So.
Sure. So up you go. So squeaking all the way up to the top of this tower. And you see, what do you see? You see this little kind of like, it looks like a little kind of hangout, like a little club hangout, kids little fort club hangout type, right? It's super girly. There's little like toy wands everywhere. There's like some costumes, some mage type looking costumes, but there's nobody in here.
Well, Udaquad's kind of picked through the things and discussed, because they're not really his type of magical go-tos. He's going to kind of pick up the wand, fling it away.
You're just going to fling it away? You're just going to toss it out there? You're like, eh.
Yeah, I mean, you said they're toy wands, so I don't know. Let's see. So I see a bunch of like little toy wands. Is there any kind of like books?
There's all sorts of books. There's books that say, there's one book in particular that's sketched that kind of grabs you. It says spells for the spells for the initiated. There's another book that's interesting. It says spells against boys. There's another book that says war spells for wars.
Spells for wars
is what it says. War spells for wars.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of flip through the first spells for the initiated.
And you notice that the word initiated isn't quite spelled correctly. And as you're flipping through the book, this is definitely some magician's handwritten. You see the curly letters again. And you see spells like frog spell. You see shrink spell. all sorts of different interesting things.
I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna keep that.
Okay.
Stealing from kids here, just in case if it's of any interest later. Is my patron calling out to me to do anything in this sense?
No.
I feel like I don't know. No, okay. So he's gonna go pick up. He's gonna kind of pick up the spell against boys and just kind of flip through it. Not really like read anything. Just kind of flip through it.
Yeah,
thumb through it.
there's spells in there like change boy to girl, get boy to do things, make boy a plant. A lot of like transmutation seemingly spells.
Okay, I'm gonna just snag that one up too.
Okay.
Later, Floop Google.
Oh,
Okay.
my hoist machine's gone. All right. And then the last one. What was the name of the last one?
War spells for wars.
Okay. And that one, I'm gonna go ahead and just collect that one as well. Yeah, I'm taking the
Are you
trilogy
taking any
there.
wands?
I'll take a wand.
One wand. Okay.
I'll take one wand that I guess let me see. I'm gonna inspect them because I think I can not necessarily detect magic, but let me see. I think I can inspect to see if any of them are actually like legitimate rather than just pieces of sticks. Let me see
here.
You
can try an Arcana check. Maybe.
That's what I was gonna say. An Arcana check on those. The books I kind of want to read through, in the time being. So that's why I'm taking them. So I'll do that. Let's see. That's going to be a history check, right? For the wand?
No.
I was gonna.
Arcana.
Yeah. Let's see. Make intelligence history check. Add twice the proficiency. So would that artificer's lore come into place?
Not in this case, no. Probably not.
No. Okay.
Yeah, you're not really getting any kind of any feels on it.
Okay.
But these spell books, something about them spell books.
Yeah. Well, I have the spell books. I'm gonna add them to my inventory after this, and let's see. I'm gonna pick up a wand, and he's gonna kind of pick up like some clothes and like put them on his head, and then put it away.
His clothes.
And then he's gonna jump.
The clothes are like clearly too big for you.
Right, yeah, like he's gonna be like, maybe he could get a sash out of it or something, tie a full dress around his waist. So he's gonna leave all that there. And he's going to, is there like a parchment and paper or something that I can write a note on? Okay, so he's gonna put on their books to be returned. You.
Okay.
And leave it on where he found the books, kind of like on the desk there.
Nice of you. I like that.
Yeah. Well, he's a hermit. Like, if somebody wanders in his house, which probably has happened, he probably wants them to be like, "Hey, was here, thanks." So he's gonna look back down and he sees Hedok kind of just staring off in the distance, and he's like, "Fizz, hoist me down."
All right, I got you.
In the meantime, while Hedok
was
staring off, he noticed, like, off in the distance, like, the thing that was, like, consuming his attention for the minute was he could have sworn he just saw the little guy stick his head up randomly, just making sure he's okay. Yeah.
His followers. Nice. All right. Okay, so at the bottom, I'm gonna tell Fizz, hey Fizz, I found some really cool books up there. Gonna kind of go, look through them, see if there's anything of interest. So I don't know if you wanted to join me back or if you wanted to kind of hang out a little bit further.
All right. We can take a look at those real quick. And then after, if you want to keep heading down the
Flashing
path.
back to Bobbins.
Yeah, what's up?
What are you up to?
I'm enjoying the rest of my night drinking tea, quote unquote,
Okay.
with these halfling
So you're just
friends of
kind of
mine.
killing time with the halflings?
Yeah, making, just being
Okay.
friends with them, basically.
No, Yanni,
Yeah.
you just, so the rest of your
Yeah.
time, you're just basically hanging with the peeps and making sure they're
Yeah.
getting their clericy duty, their cleric, you're giving them the
Yes.
good feels? Okay. Blanche, you're
Yes.
meditating, and Udiquad and Fizz, before we wrap up for the night, what's the last thing you want to do?
I guess take a look at the stuff he found in the tower.
Yeah. I guess we make it back to 16, and for the remainder of the time, I'm gonna research the books, look through them. Don't know how legitimate the spells are. Maybe try to, follow through some of them. See if any of them are actually magical and working. And just kind of see what information I can pull out of them, especially, anything about controlling boys. It seemed like there was some of that spells against boys and things like that.
Spells against boys.
Okay. As you're walking back, I'm assuming that you're walking this path here. And as you get near number 20 there, you see a sign there. This one says Brawler Boys Fighters Guild. And
oh, dang. Where's
no
Heat Up?
mages allowed. And it's all kind of, these signs are kind of scattered around that like those bushes. But yep.
All right. Fizz, do you feel brawlerish enough? Bruh?
Does definitely make me curious as to what's over there.
But yeah, I mean, but it's just something you notice as you kind of like, head back to the temple.
Mm-hmm.
And we will wrap it up there. When